All right, folks, what's up? I haven't done a hangout talking about the G Plus community in quite some time. It's just something I just want to separate myself from. The reason why is because in my time here on G Plus, let's just say when I first got here, I felt welcome and things were cool. But as the duration of time went on, I've interacted with certain individuals on G Plus. I've just lost all interest. I felt like the community was getting all super toxic. It was something I had to separate myself from because it was really having a bad effect on me as well. And I just decided just take myself out of the equation altogether and just really stop interacting with a whole lot of people on G Plus. At least not in the same frequency and consistency I did before. And when I say things like I've been, I guess, sort of following. I mean, I'm not super privy to everything, but from time to time I'll see a few hangouts here and there, and then I see this thing called this Dumb F of the Year award by this dude named Reds Rhetoric. When I say things like that, it's just I just find it sad that we spend way too much time, you know, in bitterness of things that we have issues with rather than trying to build people up. So rather than me, have some, dumb F of the year award or some person that I don't particularly find very interesting out to flat out annoying to where I would put them on the list, I'm going to do something different. Instead of, finding someone I find the most annoying, stupid, um, pretentious, or whatever you want to call them, whatever the criteria is to get on something like the Dumb F of the Year award, I'm going to do something different rather than me saying who some dumb F is. I'm going to name notable persons that I've met here on G Plus, and it doesn't matter whether you're a theist or an atheist or anything like that. You can be a notable person. And when I say notable person, I'm talking about characteristics of strength, um, attributes that I think are very, very positive and people should take and learn from. I've met a number of different persons on both sides of the argument, which have really, really made me think about certain things and have really um, allowed me to sort of suck up, the positives about their characters and, about what they bring to the table. I like to look at myself as a sponge. I like to look for the most positive aspects about people that I meet and, suck them into my character to see if I can sort of, you know, build them into my own person. So I'm going to mention a number of different people I've met here on my time in G Plus. The first person that immediately comes to mind is Hogtie Champ. I think Hogtie Champ is one of the smartest atheists I've met here on G Plus. He is very, very intelligent, very articulate. He has quite a bit to say, and he can take quite a long time to say it, but he definitely has a lot of ideas. He definitely has a lot to put out onto the table. Really, really decent guy from pretty much all my interactions with him. I mean, I bumped heads maybe a few times with him, but nothing too serious. He's by far, I think, one of the most intelligent, if not the most intelligent atheists I've met here on G Plus. I really, really like the things he has to say, and he makes all the conversations I have with him very interesting. Another atheist who I find of note, um, a kind-hearted person, probably um, the kindest person on her side of things, and I think that's Hannah Zubby. I really, really have the highest respect for Hannah Zubby. She's very, very intelligent herself, and and I think she's very, very kind, and she wishes the best usually from people she meet, no matter what side of the argument you're on, theist, atheist, or however you define yourself. She just wants people to just get along, and I really, really admire that about her. And I would just um, wish that there would be more people like her because I haven't had any issues with her at all. In fact, if I was, talking to her, you know, as much as I do, I don't know, let's say G Man or True Empiricism or Vego or brothers like those, I probably consider her a really, really good friend, if nothing else. Not that I consider her an enemy, because I don't consider her an enemy at all, not even close. It's just that I haven't, gotten a chance to talk to her as much as I would like to, and mainly more because of my choice for to separate myself here on G Plus. Not because of anything she's done to me. She hasn't done anything to me. She's been nothing but kind to me. So, yeah, more people, I think, on her side of the argument need to be like her. More people who identify themselves as non-believers need to be like Hannah. She sets a very, very good example of decorum and of respect that we all can learn from. Even certain Christians on my side can learn from her. Very, very good person. Who else can I say of note? People, and I'm looking for people who tend to disagree with me. People of note. I think Fiona Robertson. She's one that I can mention. Many, many disagreements with her. She is very, very intelligent. I mean, she has doctorates. She's put in the work, and I not too many people here on G Plus can say they got a doctorate degree. She's probably the only person I know of that has a doctorate degree on G Plus. There may be others, I don't know of them, but she's just the one that I know of. She knows a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. Um, I think she does do um, a fair, not a fair job. I think she does a, um, a solid job with attempting to, bring arguments when she's having an exchange with people. Like, yeah, I've had my issues to where I thought she may have seemed intellectually dishonest at certain points, but um, more often than not, I felt like she does try to bring arguments. Like when you have an exchange with her, she's a firecracker, that's for sure. But she keeps you on your toes. That's one thing I can say about her. She definitely does keep you on your toes when she's at her best. I learned quite a bit from her, and um, she's an example of dedication. It takes some serious, serious dedication to get a doctorate level degree, and her knowledge of science is probably unparalleled. to anybody. So Fiona, another person of note. Um, who else? People I disagree with. Sam the scientist, also another person of note. I actually had a debate with him this past year, some months ago. What was it, like 4 or 5 months ago? I want to say maybe. Um, very, very knowledgeable guy of science. He knows a whole lot of stuff. If you really, really want to learn about a lot of stuff in science and things like that, uh, go hit up Sam the scientist. I mean, you may not agree with him about stuff like evolution and things like that at the end of the day if you are into intelligent design and things like that. But if you just want to learn about certain essentials of science like molecular biology and things like that, you can learn quite a bit from him. I think he's a very, very intelligent guy. I think when I had my debate on abortion with him, I said that he was one of the strongest ones I've ever um, had the opportunity to have an exchange with on the abortion issue. So he's a very notable person that I would put into my book that I've met here on G Plus. So going down the line, who are some other notable persons that I've met? And for right now, I'm just trying to think of people who I disagree with. So who else? So I said Fiona Robertson. I said Hog Tie Champ. Said Sam the Scientist. Oh, Jada West. She's really, really good. I think her and Fiona Robertson are like twin sisters. I think in many ways, and how they think and how articulate they are and how much they know. Um, I'd almost think I'd almost be fooling myself to think I was talking to the same person if I didn't, actually um, know them. If I was just like seeing them in like text chat or something, and I never actually seen their names or anything like that, I almost think they were the same person because they seem to be almost point for point in level of knowledge and um, the things they bring to the table. And I believe they're both Catholics as well too. But yeah, Jade is really, really smart. She knows a whole lot about science. Another person of note. Let's see. So who else? I'm just trying to think of people who I disagree with. Um, if I think of others later on, uh, oh, Dave S. He's pretty good. Very, very intelligent guy. I really like the way he packages. Excuse me. I like the way he packages his material in his videos. I think he does do a very, very good job to try to present, coherent arguments and everything he says. And if you really, really want to, push yourself and, push your thinking skills, if you really want to take it up to the next level, look up Dave S. He knows his stuff. At least I think most of the time, anyway. Ain't no jab at him or anything like that. I mean, I disagree with him on certain aspects, but I definitely think he does take the time to really, really think out things he's saying, and he really, really outlines what he's trying to say. I think quite well. So yeah, that's another notable person. Who else? People I disagree with. People I disagree with. Who I've met. A multiple personality. Oh my goodness, I love that brother. That dude. We've had some amazing conversations. Um, Yeah, he's pretty much just like an all around just amazing person to talk to. Very, very chill, very, very cool. Dude really, really um, makes a lot of great points in many things he's talking about. It doesn't matter what the subject is. He's just a very, very solid thinker, just all around. And I've learned quite a bit from him. And he'll also keep you on your toes too, and he'll really, really want to challenge you to tighten up your position. So when you're talking to multiple personality, you really better have your stuff packaged right. You really better come correct. So yeah, I really, really enjoy my conversations with him. So there's certain notable persons that I don't agree with particularly, but um, they really, really can push you to really, really think. Um, People who I tend to agree with, obviously, there's folks like Veckel, G Man, um, True Empiricism, of course. All those dudes, very, very strong brothers. You have True Empiricism, and his knowledge, um, a lot of things talking about science. Um, you got Veckel and his um, seemingly limitless knowledge on biblical exegesis. The dude knows the Bible like the back of his hand. Um, and if there's anyone that I want to be up there in biblical knowledge with, it's Veckel. He really, really knows his stuff when he's talking about the word. Um, G Man, he's I've considered him to be knowledgeable on a number of different subjects. He knows the Bible quite well, but not only does he know the Bible quite well, he knows really how to um, break down the psychology when he's talking with people. He's very, very methodical in analyzing the psychology of people, how people try to play games and people try to really, really try to throw you off track, like the Hebrew Israelites that he talks to, for example. He usually can catch on to the type of games they play, and he can just catch them just like that. G Man is very, very strong, very, very knowledgeable in the word, and really, really can make a miss me out of anybody when he is on his A game. Um, and he is by far, I think he's a very, very charismatic individual. He get the attention of a lot of people. He knows how to have people listening to him, and he's more so than anybody that I know of in here in the G plus community. More so than atheists or theists on either side. So yeah, all those brothers are definitely of note. And I already said true empiricism, but there's two people that Reg Rhetoric put on his Dumb F of the Year award, and that's true empiricism and formerly known as Darwin's deity, now known as um, Darth Dawkins. I don't care what anybody says; those are some very, very strong brothers when it comes to um, the atheist versus theist debates, or really more specifically, atheist versus Christian debates. Those brothers are very, very intelligent. I've learned quite a bit of presuppositional apologetics from Darwin's deity, and he's helped me refine um, how to argue presuppositional apologetics. I really don't argue with too much, not as much as I used to, but he's definitely inspired me to really, really refine it and really, really get back at it. So Red's rhetoric may have put him on that award, but you know what? So what? I don't care what you say about the man. The dude is intelligent. The dude knows his stuff. He knows how to break down atheist arguments and really, really expose their flaws. And true empiricism, um, yeah, he may not hold some, fancy college degree or something like that in science, but he's definitely spent this time learning the stuff. He's not stupid. He isn't one of those dudes who um, seems like maybe he's read a chapter or two and, tries to argue against somebody. No, he really, really puts time into the stuff he knows. And I just think it's really, really sad that Redline put him on that award for the dumb F. I just think it's sad that he even has that award at all. But I guess it is what it is. You have people that go out of their way to put folks down and to um, have awards because they just want to be negative like that. But this is the reason why I'm doing this hangout because I want to talk about notable persons and talk about people's strengths, not just be super negative and say, "Oh, you were dumb F." Yeah, there are people I disagree with, quite a few of them, but to go out your way to do some dumb F for the year award, I just think that's just sad, man. That you just want to find somebody that annoys you, look for the worst of them, and put them on a list. I don't know what that really does for you or what you try to accomplish by doing that. And the dumb F of the year goes to this person. Like, are you serious? What does that really do for you? That does absolutely nothing for you. Maybe give you a good laugh that, somebody you found very, very annoying and stupid and whatever, got the award. Does that do anything for your life at the end of the day other than give you a good laugh? Is that really what that's about? I think that is so, so, so sad. And there's things like that. The reason why I've, by and large, separated myself from a whole lot of people in this community. I just got tired of the negativity. I just got tired of the garbage and the crap, and it was really starting to negatively affect me as well because I really don't like to attack people and come at people and seeming like I'm putting people down or something like that. That was really, really starting to affect me negatively, and I just don't like doing that. I like having good conversations, good discussions, um, fun discourse. That's what I enjoy. I don't like just butting heads with people and then leaving the conversation just mad and bitter. And then, you know, because I've got a certain opinion about a person, I'm going to go out my way and make a list and then put them on the dumb F of the year because they just annoy me that much. I really, really think that speaks more volumes about a person who would even make such an award rather than the people who he has issues with. And whether those people have issues or not is, irrelevant. But I mean, to make such an award like that, I think it's just really, really sad and just I don't understand it, but I guess you have people that thrive off of negativity and that's how they go about their life. And, they got the free will to do that. They got the free will to go about their life like that. But I think we need to be spending a lot more time building people up than putting folks down. And even like I said, even myself, I've even have gotten to be a product in a negative environment and even do things that are just negative and not really um, positive in this community, and not something that will build people up. So um, for the longest time, I just separated myself from the community. And yeah, I would go to a hangout every now and again, but I mean, it's not like I would like entertain um, debates with certain individuals or anything like that. It's just, it was just, I really, really would like for it to go to a place to where people can just, put down all um, the barriers of atheism and theism or Christianity and whatnot. Because I mean, I know you have people that feel on one side, and you got the atheists that think that Christians are just trying to control everybody's lives and trying to you know argue on fear and whatnot of from hell and the Bible and all this other stuff. And then you got on the other side the Christians, that us believers, that we just think all we're trying to do is just do the Great Commission, just preach the gospel. And we don't really wish any ill will on anybody or nothing like that. And we just want to, do what Jesus commanded us to do. And we just want to just uh, just be left to be able to do it, without just being viciously attacked, without being trolled to death online or anything like that. And it's just way, way too much of a divide that just can't seem to be bridged. And I find that that's very, very sad. So, I mean, it just gets to a point to where you just want to take yourself out of the picture altogether and just um, find other ways to contribute to the world, and find other ways to maybe a more fruitful way um, discourse can happen. Because whatever I've been seeing, happen on G Plus, I just ain't. It just ain't been there. The positive discourse just hasn't been there, and I don't want any more part of it. So, and then I'll come back every now and again, just watch a hangout or two, just to, just to see what's up, out of curiosity. And then I see things like this dumb F of the year where I'm like, that's really, really sad. I mean, how can anybody be such a bitter person that they will want to consciously the worst things that they see in people, or they perceive rather in people, and just put them on a list just for others to join in them in the negativity and to incite the negativity and just to attack, attack, attack. And then you just have this huge spear of just negativity and just huge spear, this huge atmosphere of just a really, really bad energy, a really, really bad vibe. And I don't even know what to say. Like, why in the world would you be such a bitter person? Why in the world would you be such a negative individual that you want to cast that negativity onto others? I mean, does it magically make you feel good? Does it, you know, boost you up in some sort of way? It just gives you a good laugh or something. That doesn't do anything positive for you. It doesn't do anything positive for anybody. I just really, really don't understand it. I don't get it. So I just wanted to do something a little different and talk about notable persons, rather than just be negative to people. And I would say one of the most notable persons I've met on here was the one of the first guys, actually technically one of the first guys I had met here on G Plus was Hog Tie Champion Nephilim Free. Oh, Nephilim Free, that's another brother I highly admire. Very, very intelligent brother, knows his stuff and a number of different subjects. So I need to go check that brother out too. But one of the most noble brothers I met, he's one of my best friends. Uh, he had a number of different names. Thank you, Jesus. Uh, I forget his other ones, but his name is Carlos. But he's a brother. But he's a brother I really, really love. And he, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have even stuck around on G Plus as long as I did. Um, Man, very, very passionate, very, very on fire for Christ. I just see his love and his heart for Christ, and it's just infectious in such a loving and inspiring way. I really love that man, and he is the type of man that I aim to be like on a daily basis, along with my other fellow Christian brethren who I also aspire to be like. So, shout outs to Brother Carlos, love you, brother. And of course, all the other brothers I mentioned, Brother Feckle, G Man, um, True Empiricism. Oh, yeah, Evangelist Kent. That's another brother right there. Ooh, that dude, his his knowledge and the way he articulates his points and the way he packages everything. He has a way that he presents the gospel in such a unique way that he's been gifted by God in a very, very unique way. I know we all got unique gifts from God. I mean, just when I hear him specifically, just the way he just presents the message, it's just so, so amazing to me. He presents it in ways that I could not have ever um, dreamed to present the message in. I can tell that when he speaks, the word is really, really speaking through this man. I can tell his intimate love for the Lord just shines through every word he said, every syllable he speaks. So, Evangelist Ken, you're another noble brother that deserves to be on that list. So, yeah, rather than inspired all this negativity, all this nonsense about um, dumb F's of the year and all this other crap. I think it's much better to, talk about positive things, much better to inspire positivity. And this is what this should be about. I mean, we're going to have our debates and disagree at the end of the day, but it should never get to the point of negativity to where you're putting people on a war of folks that you can't stand, because that seems to me more personal than anything at that point. When you're going out your way to stack people on this negative award, more negative than anything. That speaks of something else. That's coming from some other place. Oh, Christian Man is in the chat. The only person who commented in the chat. What's up, man? You've probably been there for a while because I just now opened up my tab here to look at who's in the chat. But how you doing, brother? Good to see you. That's another good brother right there. Y'all need to go find out what he's about too. Um, I've had some amazing conversations with him, and he's a good brother. So we need to inspire more about bringing people up and not putting folks down. It's really, really sad when you have these sorts of things. I mean, Dumb F of the Year award. I mean, come on. We can do better than this, people. We can do much, much better than this. I'm pretty sure there's more positive things that people on all sides can find about people that they've conversed with. I want to see people try to put their own biases aside and look for the positive things in people. And I don't care who you are. I know almost all of you, if not all of you, can do it. It doesn't matter what side of the argument you're on. You can find positive things about people you've heard about or spoken to. You can find positive stuff about them. Silly Simpson says, really, I don't understand why people get so worked up over this award. It's not so much the award as much as it is the intent behind it. That's the concern here. Um, it was you, Silly Sampson, who was really, really getting on my case about all these mean words and things that I was saying. So I found it quite interesting that you would, come after me for, you know, you thinking I'm saying mean things, but not have a problem with this award. It's just the intention, well, again, not the award necessarily, but the intention behind even having this award. So, I mean, and this is stuff like this that I've separated myself from this entire community. Well, not necessarily the entire community, but a lot of people in this community. I really think it's just a waste of time to just look for the worst in folks and to just I don't know, do it. I don't know if you're doing it for views or Redline or Res Rhetoric is just doing it for views or doing it for laughs. I don't really know what his aim is or what his angle is. I think it's really, really sad. Let's try to build folks up, folks. Even I need to work on it. Even I need to do better. And I actually we'll come to one thing right here in this hangout. I will say that although I disagree on a lot of things that me and Silly Sampson have talked about, I will say he's been right that um, there is a way to say it. It doesn't matter how much you get angered. It doesn't matter how much it bothers you. You still can always find a better way to say it. Because it's so hard for me to follow the example of Jesus Christ. It really, really is that hard. But it's something that I'm commanded to do, whether I like it or not. And there has been times to where when I reflect on things, I really feel that, you know, I may not agree with him on maybe the substance of the argument, but he's definitely right when it comes to how I could say it better or how I can come across a bit more cordial or a bit more open. So, um, I still got a lot of things I need to work on. I'm a human being. I try to be more like Christ every day, and I fail on a regular basis. So looking back on things, it really is very, very important on how you say things. When when I'm getting into the mode of criticizing other people, there are many times to where I do realize myself that I can improve on my own, things as well. And he says we're all jerks sometimes. Oh yeah, definitely. So I actually got more out of this hangout than what I thought. I'm gonna try to do better in how I approach people. No matter how much somebody makes me upset, no matter how much it bothers me, I'm gonna try to do my best to exhibit the nature of Christ, to exhibit his attitude, his spirit. It is so difficult to do. But I mean, that's the reason why I don't rely on my own strength. I rely on his. And I will say I do have a great respect for atheists who do attempt to um, be be good people. I know they don't believe in God or anything, but I do have a great respect that they try to be good people anyway. And they may not think they have like some God or anything to lean on, but I do respect that they try. But I mean, me, I can't do it without God. I can't do it without Christ. You're right, Christian man. We are. Let's be glad our faith in Christ that saves us. Amen. That's right. Like I said, I got more out of this hangout than I even thought I was gonna get. Because I mean, I didn't even intend to even reflect like this in the way that I did. But I mean, I do actually thank God that not only Christian answered, but Silly Simpson. Yeah, he doesn't agree with me. He's an atheist. Well, so what? I'm glad that he's here. Maybe God put him in my path to reveal something to me. I'm a firm believer in nothing's an accident. Everything is divine providence. So yeah, I actually got more out of this hangout than I originally intended. So that's a plus. Oh, we have the doctor here. He says the word essentially poking fun at the character of an individual, not a word for their beliefs. That that just still seems like a just a roundabout way to um just have negativity for the sake of negativity. Um, I'm sorry, I just don't see any point in it. It just seems like you you just trying to just go after people because you have issues with them. I really think that's just not good. I mean, I think it's one thing to like criticize a person's, what things people say, um, the substance of things what people say. I think it's quite another thing to, take that next step in ridiculing them, specifically as a person. It isn't meant to be a positive thing, meant to ridicule the ridiculous. No, you said dumb F of the year. You're not ridiculing ideas, you're ridiculing the people. That's the problem. Every last single one of us. Like Silly Simpson rightly pointed out, can be jerks. Every last single one of us can be. We all can say ridiculous things. I mean, yeah, you'll have people um, that may do it a bit more than others, but I mean, come on. At the end of the day, every last single one of us has things in our closets that, could put us up for, being ridiculed in one way or another. I mean, it is in Christianity that not one of us, not one of us deserves to get into heaven. Every last single one of us deserves eternal hell, eternal separation from God. Not a single one in the eyes of God is good. And then you have people that'll do things like this, that'll um, have their standards of what a good character is or what a good person is, and then they'll put them into this box to just ridicule them. I really think that's stupid. Yeah, you can say it's meant to ridicule, but then again, you're just making my point. You're just purposely just being negative, just to be negative. I mean, it's not like you like had an exchange with this person or you watched a video of this person and then you did like a response or something and then you was just going after their ideas, however ridiculous they may be, if they are ridiculous, that is. And then you just left it at that. No, what you did was you took you took an analysis of that person, maybe took a compilation of things that you had an issue with, and then over a long period of time, you factored that in consciously to saying this person is so annoying, this person is so bad that I'm going to categorize them into a list and laugh at them for my personal pleasure. I find that absolutely disgusting. I mean, if that's the type of crap y'all want to do, if that's the type of world that y'all want to incite, if that's the type of community or environment y'all want to create, then you can keep me out of it. This is the reason why I stepped away from G Plus. Stuff like this is the reason why I stepped away from it as long as I did, and probably won't come back anytime soon. Let me correct that. Maybe not enter as many hangouts, if any at all. If I enter any hangouts at all, it's going to be more than likely ran by other believers, probably not even talking about these sorts of things and, getting into these ridiculous, you know, exchanges that, seems to leave nothing but bad blood and negativity at the end of them. I think that's quite revealing about somebody's character that they'll go out of their way to pick certain individuals and just do it for their own personal pleasure for this laughing fest, this poking fun at you. Oh, look how stupid you are. Look at, how effed up you are, or however they want to put it. It's it's really, really sick. I mean, seriously, don't you have nothing to do better in your life? The time you spend putting such a list together, the time you spend doing that, you could be going out to like a soup kitchen or some feeding the homeless or something like that. Doing some positive things in your community. And he might very well do positive things in his community, but I'd find it very hard pressed that someone would do, good things in their community, like feed the homeless or something like that, and then go online and then start making fun of people. Dumb F of the year, where like seriously, I really don't find people who do positive things in their personal lives would even be motivated to do some stuff like this. And who knows? Maybe whatever content. Oh, it's interesting that Red's Rhetoric came here. I'm actually glad he showed up because I was just about to mention that. Maybe, he'll put me on the list next year. So, on the list next year, so be it. I really think um, your whole thing is ridiculous, Reds. I think it's really stupid. I think you're very, very negative. I think you're very, very sad. And um, yeah, you're just a sad person, dude. You just, I think you just got some issues you really, really need to sort out. I think it's really, really, really messed up that you would look for the worst in people just so you can have your entertainment. Like, seriously, why can't you people look for the best in folks? If you can take time to be honest and really, really think about it, you could look for the best in folks. I mean, I mentioned several different people who I really think, have some very, very amazing qualities about themselves. And I disagree with them on a lot of stuff, but I can still find positive things to say about them. It's just no talking to you people, honestly. It really isn't. I do appreciate that. I think Silly Samson is at least trying to hear what I'm saying. I don't really think some of the other. I can see just just how some people just don't care about nothing but negativity, don't care about nothing but drama. It's the reason why I just stopped even talking to some of you, honestly. But 2017 is going to be me spending my time and doing positive things in the world. And but at the same time, of course, I'm going to stand by my views. I'm not going to compromise um, my mention about Christ. I'm not going to compromise um, what I am to do in the Great Commission. I am to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ of salvation, of you know getting the word out to the lost so they can be saved. That's my mission, and that's what I'm going to stick to. Because at the end of the day, there are people who get on something worse. Sorry about that. I got temporarily distracted with something. But anyway, there are people who get on something worse than some dumb F year of the world because somebody doesn't like what they have to say. The fact of the matter is, you do have people getting killed all the time in the world for certain views that they hold. So while you may put me on the war next year or whatever you want to do for being, in your opinion, a dumb F, you're going to have some Christian being killed for not compromising Christ in the Middle East. You're going to have some believer having their heads chopped off, having some believer thrown into prison for not compromising what Christ tells them to do. So, whatever stupid list y'all want to put people on, it has nothing in comparison to the reality of what happens to a whole lot of believers around the world. So while y'all putting people on lists, you have people doing much worse than that. So I really think it's just it's indicative of something going on in you people, and it's really really ridiculous. Maybe it's something y'all gotta work out. Hopefully, y'all can work it out. And I really do pray that y'all come to terms with figuring out what the heck is really, really important in life, what really, really matters. If you need to do this to make you feel better about yourself in some way, then so be it. But at the end of the day, the Bible tells us to love those who talks bad about us, who even wants to put us on a stupid list like that. I mean, from what I hear about the whole thing, it's not just about atheists doing it, but even theists can vote for people and whatnot. The bottom line is, y'all know Christians, most Christians aren't gonna want to participate in something like that. Y'all know dang well. Maybe certain theists would, maybe certain non-Christian theists might participate in some ridiculous thing like that, but honestly, most Christians aren't going to participate in something like that for obvious reasons. Because you say it's not just, about atheists or something like that, but the, the followers of Christ ain't going to participate in some nonsense like that, all right? They're not going to do it. But that's pretty much all I have to say on this. Y'all can try to make all the arguments and all the um, excuses and all the reasons to justify what this whole war is about. So if y'all want to bask in y'all little ridiculous um, barrel of monkeys laughs nonsense with this year award, whatever the heck y'all call it, dumb FD year. If that's what y'all want to do, then y'all can go ahead and do that. But while y'all up here with y'all little bitter attitudes and y'all nonsense, try working on building people up. Try working on doing some positive good in the world. Even if you don't believe in God, even if you're not a Christian, you know, go outside your house and give to the poor something, some time at a homeless shelter and help some people out, Try putting a smile on somebody's face, doing something like that. Maybe visit a sick child in the hospital and make them laugh or do something like that. So many better things you could be doing rather than try to put people down. The great debate is one thing. The things which have nothing to do with it is quite another. But the Bible says don't argue with fools because no matter what I say, it's not going to get through to some of you. I think Silly's trying to listen, and I can appreciate that. For many others on the other side, it's not gonna get through. It's not gonna happen. So there's no point. There's simply no point talking to you. I've said what I wanted to say, and that's pretty much it. So start trying to be more positive in the world because I'm gonna tell y'all something. That bitterness, that negativity, stuff like that, at some point is gonna be your undoing in one way or another. What goes around comes around, people. All right. Thanks for watching or listening. Take care, everyone. God bless and peace.